It's a place where time seems to pause. The wind whispers through the stones, carrying echoes of a forgotten age. Somewhere in the distance, a lone wolf howls, as if remembering something we've long since forgotten. These stones are not just relics. They are part of a puzzle we've barely begun to understand. They were built by people who vanished without a trace, leaving behind only this silent, enigmatic message. We've studied these stones for centuries, yet they still defy us. They speak in a language we cannot translate, and their silence is louder than any explanation we've tried to give. What if the answer is not in the stones themselves, but in the way they make us feel? A deep, unshakable sense that we are standing on the edge of something vast, something ancient, and something still waiting to be understood. We're not just talking about stones in the earth. We're talking about something that feels ancient, something that feels like it was placed with purpose, not just by accident. These stones are not just big, they're massive, weighing hundreds of tons each, and they were moved from places that are hundreds of miles away. The carvings on the stones, they don't look like symbols. They look like messages. But messages to whom? And why would anyone bother to leave them? What if this place was more than a monument? What if it was a place of gathering, of knowledge, of something deeper than we can yet understand? We stand here, looking at these stones, and we can't help but feel that we're peering into a mystery that has been waiting for us all along. You think you know what matters. But what if the past holds a mirror to the future? The Mammoth Monument isn't just stone. It's a language we've yet to translate. Stonehenge was a place of ritual. The Mammoth Monument is a place of memory. Both whisper of something we've forgotten. How to listen to the earth. How to remember without words. You might not care about prehistory, but you care about the world you're shaping. And the Mammoth Monument is a silent witness to the choices you've made, and the ones you haven't yet made. The stones remember. The earth remembers. What about you? You might not know it yet, but the Mammoth Monument is already part of your story, just waiting for you to realize it. The first whispers of the Mammoth Monument came from the bones of a long-dead world, buried beneath the weight of time and ice. The people who found them saw not just bones, but messages from a forgotten age. They built around it, not to honor, but to understand. The stones they placed were not mere markers, but a language carved from the earth itself, a dialogue with the past. Centuries passed and the monument grew. New stones were added, new stories etched into its form. It became a place where time folded in on itself, where past and present converged in silence. Scholars came with their maps and theories, but they saw only fragments. The monument resisted their logic, its meaning hidden in the silence between its stones. And still, it waits, not for answers, but for those who dare to listen. To stand before it is to feel the weight of time, and to wonder, what story does it still hold? Imagine a big, cold place with rocks that have been standing for thousands of years, like giants holding secrets in their silence. These rocks are not just big. They are arranged in a way that makes you wonder why, and what they were trying to tell us. Maybe they were built to mark time, or to remember something important, or maybe they were just left there for us to find. The mystery isn't about the stones themselves, but what they mean, and why they still make us feel so small. We don't know why they were built, but we know they were built for someone, and that someone wanted to be remembered. The first step begins with a vast open landscape, where time seems to stand still. The air is still, the earth is ancient, and the silence is heavy with possibility. At the heart of this space, a circle of massive stones rises from the earth, arranged in a deliberate, almost sacred pattern. They are not randomly placed, but aligned with precision. Each stone is a monument to something greater, to memory, to time, to the hands that shaped this place. They are not just markers, but silent witnesses to an ancient ritual. This is not a place of mere construction. It is a stage, a threshold, a point of convergence between the physical and the spiritual. The setup is not for the living, but for the echoes of those who came before. The first step is not about movement, but about presence. It is about standing still, letting the weight of the past settle over you, and listening for the voices that have long since faded. The stones are arranged not just in a circle, but in a way that seems to track the movement of the sun through the seasons, as if the monument itself is a clock, measuring time in stone. Each alignment is precise, not just with the solstices, but with the equinoxes as well, suggesting a deep understanding of celestial mechanics long before the Greeks or Romans ever conceived of them. The builders must have had a way of knowing exactly when to place each stone, not just where, but when. Like a ritual of precision and prediction, a dance with the heavens. There is something almost sacred in the way the stones align with the sky, as if the monument is not just a structure, but a dialogue between the earth and the stars, a conversation that has been ongoing for thousands of years. We may never know the exact method, but the mechanism is clear. It is not just about where the stones are placed, but about how they are placed, how they respond to the light, how they mark the passage of time in the silence of the land. The final piece of the puzzle lies in the alignment. The stones are not just arranged for aesthetics. They are positioned to frame the sky at specific moments. As the sun dips below the horizon, the shadow cast by the central stone aligns perfectly with the gap between two others, marking the moment of solstice. It is a silent message, a message etched in stone and light, whispering of a time when people look to the sky not just for survival, but for meaning. The monument does not just mark time. It captures it, holds it, and waits for those who still know how to listen. Beneath the weight of centuries, the stones hum with a frequency that escapes our ears, yet resonates in the bones of the earth. The rhythm is not of time, but of memory, of a world before our own. These stones are not just relics, but instruments. They vibrate with a resonance that may once guided rituals, amplified voices, or marked the passage of time in ways we have yet to decipher. We stand at the edge of a mystery that blurs the line between myth and physics. The stones are not silent, but they speak in a language older than words, older than time. Perhaps the key to understanding these stones lies not in what we can hear, but in what we can feel. The subtle pulse of the earth, the echo of a forgotten world, and the quiet hum of a mystery that has endured. Imagine a world where the stars are not just points of light, but silent messengers, guiding the hands of those who built the first great monuments. Their eyes, carved into stone, still watch over us, waiting for the right moment to reveal their purpose. We think of Stonehenge as a calendar, but perhaps it is more like a mirror, reflecting the cycles of the sky and the soul of those who built it. The same could be true of the Mammoth Monument, though its meaning remains as elusive as the beast it once honored. Like a forgotten language, the monument speaks in symbols that we have yet to understand. Perhaps it is not about the past, but about the future, what we might become if we learn to listen to the silence between the stones. In the end, we may never know the full truth of the Mammoth Monument, but that is the point. It is not about answers, but about the questions we are left with. Questions that echo through time, like the footsteps of a beast long gone. Before you go, if you enjoyed this, please give it a like, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And tell us in the comments what you'd like us to make next. We read every single one. Thank you so much for watching. Comment this emoji if you made it to the end.